So this is amps mainly. An Original Deluxe. These are really cool.
What year's the Deluxe?
49.
Wow.
So,
dude, this is 80 years old.
Yeah, this amp is iconic. Literally, the origin of rock distortion happens when you turn this amp up.
This is as far back as distorted guitar goes.
Before this, there are amps. They're too small. They're not loud enough. Then Leo Fender, you know, he's working on radios, PA systems. He combines that powerful public announcement system and starts thinking about louder amps. This is the very front line of that. This is where the amp becomes this force that can do rock and roll.
Yeah. It's got a bit of breakup just right there.
If I turn it all the way up.
Sounds great.
Yeah, that's original speaker.
To it.
Fairly original looking tubes as well.
And what do we got on there? Just tone?
Yeah, you have great controls. Yeah. Let me grab a guitar that they might have had something like.
Yeah. Whoa.
This is an old K made in Chicago. This is going to be a 40s. This is added in, which was super common. D. Armand made a pickup that you put on your guitars. So this is like a cheap catalog guitar. You're going to have swing bands and...
The people who are buying this were probably playing guitars that had these like aftermarket pickups put onto them.
Probably so. So this is the year that Leo Fender changes the world and prototypes designs the Telecaster as we know it. And before that, there really isn't a great solid body. So these guitars are hollow, and the more you turn up, they feed back.
Yeah.
So what happened is this is the exact year he kind of fixes that for the commercial market with the Telecaster. And that's why 4 years after this, you start hearing Elvis. Things are getting loud because of this solid body guitar, the louder amp. This is way quieter. Totally different sound, but you know, 49, you might hear Junior Bernard playing some kind of lead line that was a little... That's the level you're gonna hear. You might hear a bit of distortion in a recording, and that's like radical and like devil music.
Yeah. Can I give that a try, actually?
Oh yeah.
This neck is huge. That's a Cannibal Corpse song. Also, all these old amps, they just don't have reverb. It's all like really dry.
Dry as a bone.
It's so dry.
This amp at the time is probably 5 times louder than the things before it. Then you still have to imagine a drum kit, some trumpets and stuff. It's still maybe not loud enough. That's why they kept turning it up, and then you hear distortion happening because the louder you turn a tube amp up, the valves overload. That's kind of the accident of rock and roll, I think. The very first permissions of distortion were like necessity. Like, I literally need to play over these stinking trumpet players. You plug a Telecaster into this and you have the modern electric guitar.
Shall we add some drums?
Absolutely.
Thanks, Nick. Yeah, sounds like a guitar amp. But I mean, if they would have heard that at the time, like what we just played, they'd be like, this is loud, distorted, and terrible.
They would have hated that.
Yeah.
They would have hated that song and like not understood it. The music industry really started like 20 years before this.
That's another weird thing.
And there's not, like, there isn't.
And now a message from our sponsor, the CMA YouTube channel. If
If you want to learn about country music or learn about what goes into the country music industry, you gotta check out CMA's YouTube channel. They have series like In Their Boots that follows the talented people behind the scenes in the genre, and you get to learn what it's like to make a living within country music. Like, something that's really interesting to me is making music videos, and here you get to see what it's like directing and producing a music video and seeing everything that goes into it. Or you can see what it's like on record release day or what it's like touring. And then after watching the behind the scenes of an artist, you have so much more appreciation for that music video or that show.
You really get a chance to feel what it's like in their boots.
Yeah, you. And they have other series like The High Notes that follow someone in country music on a very particular career milestone and what that day is like. So we got a link at the top of the description where you can go and check out that full episode of In Their Boots. And while you're there, subscribe to CMA's YouTube channel for more behind the scenes country music action. Thanks again to CMA for sponsoring this video, and back to adding we're gonna add a bunch of pedals.
Think about having a favorite band. Bob Wills, Texas Playboys are like the Justin Bieber of the day, but you had to go see them. And then it turns into this truly commercialized make records, and that's weird. I mean, Elvis is a few years later. That's insane. That's where you just start getting into buying millions of copies of a person's album. It was so foreign.
Like, when this came out, radio was younger than YouTube is now.
To a lot of people, it would feel as new as TikTok now. It's the most pivotal point of rock music, because the music that this amp's making, the kids listening, especially in England, to those records are Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, John Lennon, Paul McCartney. This created the music that made those kids want to become musicians, and they became the Beatles.
At this time, you weren't really a fan of like an artist or bands, you were a fan of songs, right? It's more about like you're going to a party.
Yep.
And that's the reason you're going.
Yeah.
And you need music for a party.
You're definitely
It's
not
like,
going because the guy has sick guitar tone.
Yeah. Thanks, Leo. It's the beginning of my favorite instrument, certainly. We happen to have 7 Klons over there, and what are we going to do, not plug them into a 1940s Fender amp?
I've never plugged these all in.
Let's do it. We have them right there. It just seems like the responsible thing to do.
Yeah.
How much is the amp? How much are these pedals? Just make the most expensive guitar rig. How much is one of these Klons?
Anything with a horsey that's gold, I would put it at $8,000. Anything silver with a horsey, long tail, short tail, I say 6. The ones that are plain are an easy 4. And this one is like, I don't know. That's the one I listed for like $500,000.
But like reasonably 20?
I wouldn't sell this for 20. Then I start having to say to myself, what is my number?
Full open market capitalism. You just let people bid on it. Where do you think it would go?
I feel like it is not absurd to see an eBay auction, like 50 grand.
50 grand?
I think it's fair. There's a blues lawyer or a blues dentist. There's somebody playing blues that has a real good job.
It just matters how many blues dentists there are out there. I've filled enough fillings to where I'm just gonna go ahead and get a Klon. When did this one, the most special one, when did that come out?
95 is when he
95
built that. Nobody thought much of it for a while.
And then for some reason they just...
Yeah, literally. It's a freaking anomaly.
Yeah. Like at one point, there was a good amount of people that were like fighting over these because they saw them as special, and they are. But because them being expensive was interesting, people started fighting over them and making videos like this.
But he sold them new for like $265.
Yeah.
I bought several of these for a few $100.
Yeah, which is
something
reasonable.
happened sometime around 2008 or 9. He like quits making them, sort of. Everybody panicked.
Yeah.
And it became an unobtainium issue.
So people rushed to get them, and then that became news.
Yes.
And now here we are, like at the top of the Klon tulip bubble, maybe.
Yeah. Praised insanity. They're not rare. Let me go to Reverb. There are 54 of these on Reverb.
Yeah.
This is not a rare pedal.
But there's 100 blues dentists. I didn't know about Klon until I saw you goofing about it.
That's interesting.
I think the one reason why it continues to be valuable is because of people making videos like this. The call is coming from inside the house, Josh. We're the problem.
There's about a half supply for the demand. Put it on Reverb and you go, I declare this pedal that was $263 that he made thousands of, I declare it $5,000. And you just walk away and just let the world burn. And people buy them. And they are buying them. Right now, someone's buying a Klon for $5,000. It makes me want to pull my hair out. But it's like, that is supply demand, I guess.
The things that I bought for over $5,000 are like a car in my house.
Are you telling me you've made a career as a musician with cheap gear?
Yeah.
I didn't think that was possible.
Yeah.
Oh, we have another Klon up there. This is a really rare model. It's for bass. Look at this. Look at the date.
04, 294 bucks.
It's a $300 pedal. What'd you say?
Don't plug into 12.
Oh, yeah.
It'll fry it forever.
Yeah.
I love that you had to tell me that.
Ooh, we
One
fry
more.
all of these Klons. Because we're on YouTube, the comments are screaming at us. Could you give me a number on the rig, not including my guitar, which is available now?
Yeah. So let's do that thing where like the math comes up on the screen.
Sorry.
Let's put bass Klon at $5,000 now in this market because it's weird.
As we're filming.
Yeah,
what would
and these are educated guesses. Anything without a horse, call them the plains. But let's put this at 5 as well because it's gold, and some people like gold.
Yeah.
So we're at 10 grand. I hate that. So then you have long tails and short tails. Don't ask me why. That's just what happened. Long tails, I believe, would be more desirable than short tails. I believe there are less of them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say 6,000. I'm going to say 5,500. I feel like I'm also being conservative. This is where I think you get into crazy town. But let's put 4 on this.
So we're in the suburbs of Crazy Town.
We're at 25,000 here. On this, I'm gonna go 75. This I'm gonna go, cause this is super clean. I'm gonna put 8,500. And then you have to deal with the first one ever made, which I don't know. I have no idea how to value that pedal. I trolled it at 500 grand and a guy tried to pay for it. Jim called me from Reverb and he's like, this guy's trying to buy it. I'm imagining a $100,000 check. I would say no. I know that the longer I keep it, the more valuable. It's like investment mindset. Yeah. So that's going to make it maybe.
Is there anyone out there that would offer you 100 and actually?
I think so.
You think so?
I do, yeah. I think in the economy of blues lawyers.
Yeah, blues dentists.
There's a few. I think anyone in a medical profession that plays blues and loves Joe Bonamassa could drop the money immediately.
And then there's also the sense of there's a belief that these will retain their value.
I don't know. Let's value it at 200,000.
200,000?
That's a good medium that I don't.
Okay.
So the Klons alone are $241,500. Plus the patch cables are $50. Plus the lead line cables $50. This amp is how much on reverb?
5,000 or 6,000 probably.
Was it like clean? Let's put 4,500. And your guitar's $1,000. But you've played
But
it,
it's
so
used.
it's worth 2,000. $249,100.
I mean, we can round up a little bit.
We just upcharge because you're getting a convenience cost.
Oh, okay.
We did all this
You're
work
right.
for
I
you.
didn't plug any of these in.
Yeah.
So we'll say $250,000. We're playing through $250,000 here.
Yeah.
Let's see how it sounds. At this value, if I just am a little bit out of tune on my guitar, that's getting rid of like $50,000 worth of tone value.
Tone value.
Well, it's just like,
I like this
if you were
phrase.
like, could you give me a guitar pick?
Yeah.
And then add how much is a guitar pick?
Okay.
We got $250,000 and $250,000.
So the first tone we're going to hear, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Klon buffers on, because it's a buffered pedal. And the Klon buffer is regarded as the best buffer.
Okay.
So you're going to have the best clean tone you've ever heard because of these buffers, 8 of them. There is a definite high-end difference. Okay. It's a totally different high-end.
There's more chiminess.
Yeah. It's like you change strings.
Yeah. Is this worth $250,000? It's not even a quarter turn on your tone knob. Let me get a single coil. Maybe this is a better tone. It's a better tone. I mean, that sounds really nice.
Can you hook up an AB so we can go?
Ooh, yeah.
This is science. Red is Klon. Green is not. All right. So here we go. I hear it. I hear it a lot now. Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm not doing a...
yeah, it's there. All right. So you could just use this as a really nice buffer.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, wait, was that just one? Can I hear one? Like when the blues proctologist gets the Klon, what tone are they looking for?
People turn the gain really low and use this $8,000 pedal as a clean boost.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want the same thing, here's a
there.
micro amp.
Yeah.
That's $40.
Yep. This is the sound. I can't really play blues, but
Sounds bluesy to me.
I learned that when I was like 7 or something. So that's the sound you're getting from it.
I'll
It's
play
on
a
now.
blues lawyer lick. Without? With? Without?
I mean, it sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a classic blues lawyer tone. I'm sure you can get it from other things, but I think that's what I'm kind of getting from this, is that like, they're not special because the sound you get them is unattainable from something else.
It's like having the new Jordans no one has.
It's the real deal. Yeah.
I use a Klon like this as my heavy overdrive. I love this sound. Go full distortion. Gonna stack them all.
Yeah, let's turn them all on.
I'll go back to the generic blues lawyer original sound and turn them all on.
Great.
And let's listen to it as I do it. Hear the mid-range?
Yeah. It's $250,000 a tone. I like it better without. Here, you play some. I'm gonna get behind the drums.
This is the worst guitar sound I've ever heard. Because the Klon has this very tight mid bump.
Yeah, which
That's
is
what I
nice
like.
if you have one. Okay, so now let's turn the gain all
Dive
the way
them
up
out?
on all of them.
I'm gonna bump the treble up.
Okay. It sounds a lot like all the metal zones. Chorus, jam, chorus, jam, chorus, jam.
Just keep going.
Yeah, just keep going.
Oh my God.
Dude, this cost us $250,000, Josh. All right, $250,000.